Yeah, look, I think Mark and Kirralie have got this amazing way of galvanising community support and taking a disease that didn't get a lot of attention and taking it onto the world stage and making it very visible. And I think that's been a wonderful thing. And I think it's been amazing the way Mark and Kirralie have managed to turn the situation around for them and go out and help other people. So yeah, I think they're very inspiring.
Hi, my name's Alicia Gooley and I'm the Brain Cancer Care Coordinator for the Mark Hughes Foundation. Our role is about bridging that gap between the patients and the medical system.
Since the Mark Hughes Foundation has come along, the first thing they did was implement this role because Mark himself realised very soon on that there wasn't a point of call for him. It actually pains me to think what it was like before this role existed, of what these patients and their families were going through, knowing how complicated their journey is just, I cannot fathom it at all.
Alicia and Sandy, they were at every meeting we had. I never ever felt alone because I knew that 24/7 that help was there.
They have been a wonderful support throughout this journey. Instead of just being able to see your doctor every month, we had answers every day. So it took all the stress and worry out of the situation.
Sandy and Alicia were big advocates for me when I was in hospital. She talked to the staff and I don't know what she said, but it made a big difference to my hospital stay. After I found out that I'd relapsed, one of the girls from the Mark Hughes Foundation, she must have spent nearly 2 hours with me. She didn't leave me, she made sure I was okay.
These patients are diagnosed with an aggressive brain tumour and told their mortality, and for the foundation to now give them a sense of hope has changed everything. The foundation made creating the Brain Cancer Care Coordinator role their main priority. From that, their main priority now is research. We need to find a cure, and the foundation is really driving that.
There are some cancers that are very hard to biopsy, and there are some cancers that are very hard to biopsy again. Now, why do we want to biopsy it? Well, we want to know what the cancer is so that we know how to treat it properly, but we also want to know whether the treatment's working. So we've got some technologies that have been developed out of the University of Queensland. As we pass the serum over a slide, we've got antibodies that can capture the cancer cells, and we can pull out 1 in 10,000 cells, and we can find cells and parts of cells that have come from the cancer that float around in the blood. Part of this blood test technology is you're really looking for a needle in a haystack. So you're looking for those few cells that are floating around that can tell you what the cancer's doing. And if you can spend your effort catching those and interrogating those cells, then you can hopefully find out what's going on with the brain cancer and work out better ways to treat it. So my aim is to develop new treatments for patients. I would love it if this became a chronic disease rather than a death sentence. And I think that's achievable. I don't think that there's a magic bullet that's going to dramatically change everything, but I think there's incremental gains. We've talked about, this improvement in survival from 10 to 18%. I think we can easily go from 18 to 40% over the next, 5 to 10 years, and hopefully, even faster. The genetic technology is improving dramatically. I think it's about hope. I think it's really, really important that the patients have hope that they can get better, and that things can go well, and that they can get stuff done. And I think Mark's a perfect example of all of those things.